Yo, what's up, everyone? It's your boy, Whiskey here. And I've uploaded a couple little Swain clips in the last few days or weeks, and I wanted to go ahead and just make an all-out video on how to play Swain. Now, as a disclaimer, I'm not exactly like a master at League of Legends. As you can see, I'm level 62. I've been playing about 6 months, I guess. I played a few years ago. It didn't last very long, but I came back like 6 months ago and have been playing pretty recently. I mean, pretty decently since. And I started playing Swain, and I basically haven't stopped playing Swain since I started playing him. He's pretty badass, and yeah, as another disclaimer, I don't play ranked here. You can see my crappy little bronze. I haven't even done the placement matches. I've done like 2 or 3. I think I've done 3 matches, and I've lost all 3 of them. So I'm not exactly itching to do rank and like flex my competitive muscles here. I mainly just play for fun. Try to have fun at least. Sometimes it's not, but at any rate, I wanted to go ahead and make a how to play Swain. Maybe it'll end up being a masterclass, the masterclass. I don't know. We'll have to wait till the end and find out. But yeah, he's a fun champ, and I haven't found any other champs. I mainly play support, but it seems like with most support champs, you're just kind of an assist bot. You know, that's all you really get. You may get a couple of clutch kills here and there, but for the most part, you're there for the assists and to buff your team and whatnot. And I don't know, maybe Swain is being more selfish. Playing Swain is being more selfish, but he can flat out carry sometimes. And I play rather aggressively, so sometimes I end up feeding instead of carrying. But it's totally possible to do either with Swain, however you like to play. So I'm gonna do this video here. We're gonna go over the ruins. We're gonna go over some items. We're gonna go over the abilities. And then I'm gonna play a match. So it's gonna end up being most of the time you look on YouTube and you find the videos for like how to play this or how to play that, and it ends up just being somebody playing a match. So that apparently is the thing to do with League of Legends. So I'm gonna just play a match, but I want to go over this stuff for people who don't want to watch a full match. Now, as a side note, I do use the blitz.gg. Just whenever I play something else, it just plugs in the ruins, and I don't really have to think about it. Plus, it shows you some stats and stuff. It's cool. I liked using the Mobilytics app, but I don't know, that got updated recently and it hasn't been working the same for me. So anyways, I use the Blitz. Blitz recommends a different set of runes than I play with, and I'll go over the differences as far as I can tell. Although I'm sure people have min-maxed it and got it all down to the T, but these are the runes I like. Electrocute, or Domination and Inspiration, with Electrocute, obviously. Hitting a champion with 3 separate abilities. Deals bonus adaptive damage. Bonus damage is the theme here. Cheap Shot. Now, this is the first kind of one that seems to go back and forth between Cheap Shot and Taste of Blood. I've run both, because obviously I just ran whatever for a while, and then I started thinking about it a little bit more, and I'm like, no, I think I like Cheap Shot. I've gone back through the matches, and Taste of Blood seems to heal for like 1,200-ish, 1,200, 1,300. Like, I just going back and looking at average games, or maybe like above average games that I won, seems to do about 1,200 healing back to you. And Cheap Shot, he seems to do like 600, 700. I've had one where it did like over 900. It was like 916 or 962 or something. It was over 900. I think that was probably one of my games where I did like 50,000 damage or something, which is what you can do with Swain. You can do 50. I think 59,000 is the most I've done. like you could do that as a support with Swain. But anyways, so it at most I've had 900 damage back. I mean, you're constantly impairing the movement of your enemies, and it's on a 4-second cooldown. So I think it does more damage. The healing might come in clutch, or at least you might think that it comes in clutch. That's kind of what I thought at first, but then if you think about it procs off of damage to an enemy champion, right? But your main job as Swain is to engage for your ADC and to engage in the team fights to try to get a pick and catch the enemy so they can be killed. In those situations, like most of the time you have full HP. I mean, you should be engaging when you have full HP, right? You're not engaging when you have like 10% HP, right? So and it's on a 20-second cooldown, which means it's probably only going to proc when you first engage, because most engagements, I mean, if it's lasting 20 seconds, like that's a pretty serious engage, right? For the cooldown to reset. So, like, yeah, it heals for more numbers wise, but I think some of that is overhealing, and I don't know how to exactly account for that, but I would think some of that is overhealing. You know, it's not. I don't think it's coming in clutch unless you got it on cooldown and then it came off cooldown mid engagement and you got a little boost of healing, you know, as you're in combat. But it seems like for the most part when you're going to engage, you're going to have decent health, or like the health isn't going to be consequential that much, you know. Like if you go to 85% and heal for like 100 HP, like maybe it's an auto attack's worth of damage that you heal. So I don't know. Once I started thinking about it a little more, I think I like cheap shot more. I've been changing it back to cheap shot. It changed for like one day. The blitz changed for like one day. It seemed like, and defaulted to cheap shot, and then it went back to taste of blood. So it's like, damn, I don't know. I like cheap shot. Eyeball collection is pretty obvious. It's pretty common. Ultimate hunter, reduce your ultimate cooldown. It's always good. I mean, compared to the other options, you know, Omnivamp, you could take Omnivamp, but a lot of his damage is AoE, so you're getting, you know, reduced Omnivamp from his AoE. Item haste, we'll talk about item haste, but move speed would be good because old man Swain is slow. That's one of Swain's main drawbacks, is that he has the base 325 movement speed, which is like bottom tier category movement speed. So he's slow. He has absolutely no mobility moves. And like, you know, a lot of champs have some mobility built into their kit. Swain does not. He is old man Swain, slow. He needs a crutch, like, or not a crutch, but a walking stick to like keep up with everybody. So, anyways, that I thought about changing it over to that just to see the move speed difference. But Ultimate Hunter is what you want. They reduce the cooldown on your ultimate. And then for inspiration, I've seen some people take sorcery. I haven't really messed with that. I mainly just run the inspiration because I like biscuits. Biscuits early on lets you stay in the lane longer. I feel like gives you some mana recovery, so you can spam more abilities. I like biscuits. And then, of course, the stopwatch. The stopwatch is pretty crucial to Swain's kit. He synergizes quite well with it. So getting a free stopwatch is always good, and then it saves you 650 buying Zonias. Compared to the other options, I think those are the best. And then some damage, and a little bit of armor. I guess you could change to magic resist depending on the matchup. But damage, that's the theme for Swain, is damage. The other, sometimes this will be, if you use the Blitz app, it'll be Cosmic Insight. And I don't know why. I don't know what 18 Summoner Spell Haste is. I don't know. There's not 18 seconds, I don't think. Maybe it is 18 seconds. And then the item haste. I mean, you're using Flash and Ignite with Swain. I suppose you could use Exhaust. But he's already got a slow and a root. So the item haste, the Summoner Spell Haste, I don't see it. Unless it's 18 seconds. 18 seconds is pretty significant. I'm a total noob when it comes to that. Stopwatch is where it's at. If you're building Everfrost, maybe the item haste is beneficial, along with the other item haste down here. If you're building for the Everfrost, but I don't build Everfrost, so I don't take it. Biscuits, perfect timing. That's what you want. Items. The mythic item is most recommended as Leandries. I've messed around with a few in the practice tool, and they don't really seem to make much difference damage-wise, but you get a pretty significant burn and a lot of mana from Leandries. And the ability haste, so that's always cool. So that's going to be your mythic. I always start out with Spell Thieves. I buy a couple potions, so between the 2 potions and the 3 biscuits, you've got, you know, enough sustain to last you until you get like 1,200, 1,300 gold, or, you know, more, before you have to back. So you can get the Lost Chapter. It's usually my first buy is getting the Lost Chapter. I mean, if I die early or for some reason we go back, maybe we're being aggressive and I'm out of mana or whatever, then I'll get the books and the mana crystal. Yeah. I'll get those first to go back. But I always try to get a Lost Chapter first and then boots. And then it's always kind of a conundrum. Like, I don't know whether to build boots after, like, build the boots out and then get the second and then get, or, you know, I usually, once I get the base boots, I just go straight for the mythic. And then I'll get the boots after that. You know, sorcerer's shoes, I think that's pretty good if you're dominating and like it's cake. That's usually I'll pick the sorcerer's shoes just to have the extra damage, magic penetration. Most of the time I end up getting the Mercury's treads because there's always some CC on the enemy team. Usually, I mean, you're not gonna, the magic resist isn't gonna go to waste. And the CC, helping with the CC, I think. So I usually end up getting Mercury's treads. Lucidity, boots lucidity, you can get those too. For the ability haste. It's really just personal preference. I've even got the boost of swiftness sometimes because old man Swain is so slow. I'm like, damn, I need to move faster. I'm gonna get these boots and have more move speed. And I mean, it's just personal preference. It probably doesn't make a huge difference one way or the other. And then of course you want to build out the Zonias once you get that far. Once you get your boots and all that, if you haven't used your stopwatch, if you use the stopwatch early, maybe you try to get Zonias before you finish the boots. I've done that before too. And then most of the time you've got some enemy healing going on. So like 99% of games, I just buy the Morellonomicon because you're gonna need it for the Grievous wounds. 99% of the time. So that's like pretty much your full kit. If you're having a really, really good game and you got a lot of gold, you can, I started going for Rabadons. Like you got to get rid of something. So I've been selling my potions by that stage of the game. Like the potions aren't really helping that much anyways. So I've been getting the Rabadons for a while. I was getting Nashors just because it's kind of cool to have the faster attack speed. And it does that nice on-hit damage. So it's just like super bursty. It feels really strong with Swain, even if it's not like optimal for him. I like it in it just because it feels really strong. But I've been going Rabadons recently when I've had the opportunity to, and that's kind of cool. You know, you get in those matchups with like Lux, and Lux or Vagar will have like 700 or 800 or 900 ability damage. You're like, I never had that much, and it's because of Rabadons, I think. So I started buying that. And then the rest is really just personal preference. I mean, I've had good enough games to be able to get like all 6 kind of, you know, legendary plus your mythic items. And I really like Nashors. I haven't had too much. I bought it once, Horizon Focus. I bought it once, but I don't remember any significant effect with that one. Cosmic Drive makes you a little tanky, and you get the move speed. You know, if you want a little more move speed. Banshee's Veil, I've got that a couple times just because, I don't know. It's annoying when the enemy has the spell, and because it blocks the root. The Veil blocks the root. Morgana's Black Shield blocks the root. Malzahar's passive blocks the root. And so I've gotten that just to like be annoying, more or less. Demonic Embrace is the one it recommends. I guess because it's a little tanky, and then it works with the burn because it's got a burn too. But I mean, I didn't notice any significant, really, within any of these. Other than Nashors. I really like Nashors too because it's good for taking out turrets. It makes your auto attack speed faster. So it's just his auto attack is pretty strong because it's slow. So once it gets faster, it's just stronger. And then the on hit damage. That's probably the best one that's the only one I've really noticed a significant impact on. Other than the big boost you get from Rabadons. You get a big AP boost. So those are the item options. Abilities, I think we'll go into a little practice tool here and just go over the abilities real quick. This is already a little longer than I thought it would be, just going over that stuff. See, it automatically changes that. I turn it off sometime, but it's gonna be quick. Let's set all this up. Hang on a second. Turn off the minions. And spawn a dummy.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
And then toggle minions off.
And the world with
Okay.
fire. The room with flame.
30
Damn it,
seconds
Swain.
to minion spawn.
Alright. So going over his abilities real quick. His Q is like a shotgun blast. It's pretty cool. It has a medium mana cost. I prefer to use E as my poke, but I'll get into that in a second. It's just a shotgun blast. There's kind of an interesting little thing here, though. If you're really close range, you see it popped 40 like 5 times. Let me turn off the. So it hits him with multiple bolts. But if you're max range, it does more damage. So there's 53, 51. So 51 to 63 versus 40 damage up close. And if you get it like right at the end. Oh, I need mana. If you get it right at the end of the blast, it'll do just a tad more damage. There it is, 102. See, it does 102, 122. Like, I'm trying to get the angle just right here. There it is, 102. It's really weird. Like, it's doing less damage because it's only hit him once, but it does more damage at the end. So I thought that was just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of interesting. You still want to get him up close. I mean, because that's 40 times. If it's 150. So this 200 to 150 damage versus, 100 damage. Right at the end. But I thought it was kind of interesting with that ability. It's totally irrelevant. But now you know. The W is kind of cool, and it to me it's one of the moves that sets Swain apart from the other champs that I've played. It has a huge range if you look down at the mini map. I mean, it's covering a pretty decent. As you level up, the range gets bigger as you level it up. I don't know what the damn. There it is. Okay. So at max range, it's covering quite a bit of the arena. So you can hit mid from the base pretty much. It's a pretty big area. I like to, and it's part of the combo, but if you're not using it for the combo, it's really great to like cut people off, or if champs start running away from you, pop it in front of them. It can be used to back the enemies off the tower. Right, so say you die, unfortunately, or you had the base and you're coming back from base for whatever reason, and they got the wave pushed in and the enemies are out here hitting your tower. You just pop them with your W. It'll back them off, or at least if it doesn't back them off, at least you get a couple stacks. And by the time, it's got a longer cooldown, even max it's 18 seconds, so it's a pretty long cooldown for that. But if you hit it, when you're coming back from your base, the cooldown will usually refresh by the time you get set up to start doing a combo. Start trying to pick someone off. So it's pretty cool. If the enemies are running away, like I said, you can pop it in front of them, try to slow them down so maybe you can catch up to them. You can cut them off. Say they're right here, they might escape. They're pushing in on this tower, they might escape, so you can pop it here. Start chasing them, pop it here, it's going to reroute them back this way. Most of the time people won't just run through it. It doesn't do a huge amount of damage. It's not super deadly, but it does have a slow. And, you get a stack out of it if you get a hit. But people will run away from it. People will dodge it to their detriment sometimes. And it's kind of the point. If you're not using it in your combo and you have time to let the cooldown refresh, before you're going to go all in on somebody, you just harass people with it, kind of bully people. If you're down here and your mid's engaging, maybe the enemy's like 5% HP, they start backing up, your mid's trying to chase them down, you just pop it, catch them. Sometimes you get to kill, maybe it's a kill steal, but hey, that's it's one of the coolest things. It's one of the things I like. Whenever I play another champ, I miss that, like being able to just pop it, anywhere. pretty much. The E is your main engage, and it's what I mainly use for spam, and sometimes I'll use it to help clear the waves. Because like I said, the Q's cost is pretty high by the time you max it, and it's the first one that you're gonna max. It's 85 compared to 50. This stays, I think it stays 50. Yeah, its cost is always 50, so it's cheap to use as your wave push, your wave clear, or your poke. It's not as long as some pokes. You know, Lux has a longer poke, which is kind of annoying sometimes. But you can spam it pretty much on cooldown and not really have any mana issues. It's when you start doing the full combo is when you run into mana issues. But it's cool. It's got a decent range, and then it roots. It always roots on the back enemy. So if I spawn another one here, so it'll root that one, but that's where it stops. And you can see it says it does 180 damage and then returns, detonating on the first enemy hit and rooting them. And it's also its area of effect too. So if I spawn another one right beside, it roots both of them, so you can root 2 people. Now you can't pull them both. You can only pull one, I think. Oops. Yeah, you can only pull the one, but it'll root 2. And sometimes you end up rooting 2, which is always fun. But that's kind of it. It's you can do some tricky stuff with it, like whoops, that was the wrong one. Like flash, it'll come back to you if you flash after. That seems like a total waste of flash though. So I've never done it, but I saw it in a video once. Maybe worth mentioning. But it comes back to you, so it comes back at you at an angle. Sometimes you can hit somebody you wouldn't have hit otherwise, and sometimes you end up missing if you're not careful about, you know, how you dodge around and stuff. And then his ultimate is pretty self-explanatory. You just become a demon lord, and you drain damage all the enemies around you. It doesn't do a whole lot, but it builds up and then explodes. And so the funny thing about his ult is the it gets into the way you want to use it, at least the way that I try to use it, is I try to use it only on an engage. And that's probably the way you want to use it. You know, when people see it, once you pop it, people start running. They'll flash away, run away, like instantly. And being old man Swain, he's already really slow. So if you pop it and then try to move in, a lot of times you're already too far behind. Like they're just gonna flash out or start running in front of you, and they're gonna be right out of grab range, and you know you have to drop your W, and they may dodge that. You know, you may not hit them, they may run through it. They may, because if they're really fast, they can just run right through it before it explodes. You know, so it's kind of annoying. What you want to do is on the engage. You know, so like as soon as you root them in place, right? That's when you want to R. That's when you want to ult. As soon as you get them rooted in place, R, and then put down your W. You know, if you see the cooldown on the Q is really fast. It's 3 seconds, so you can pull them in. Wait, let me try this again. All right. So you can hit them, pull them in. Well, my passive wasn't up yet. Damn it. All right. So what you could do is hit them, pull them in, and hit them again before that explodes. The cooldown is so fast that you can do it. Even if I turned let me turn it off so you can see. Okay. Alright, so it's still 3 seconds, but you can get it off twice. And so that's once you get maxed out, that's the ultimate combo that you want to get off. Really. You start chasing them around, grab them, ult, pull them in. My cooldown's not up yet. You get them with it twice, right? And then you can explode. Preferably you want to do that like if a wave is pushed in, if a wave of minions is pushed in, because you'll heal around, you'll start draining off of all the minions. So ideally, like a fresh wave pulls up, you grab them, root them in place, ult, put your W down, and shotgun blast them to death, chase them down, shotgun blast them to death, until they, or you die. That's the thing with, like I said, I try to play aggressively, so sometimes it doesn't always work. It depends on the enemy champs. It depends on other people's skill levels you're going up against. But that's kind of the basics for his abilities. So that's the end of the first however long 20-minute section of the video that ended up being. So let's play a game, see if we can get into a game, and put the words into action. Now, if I was any good at video editing or had any prior experience, I would it would be super cool to cut this out. It just wait till we get in game, because what's probably gonna happen is I'll have to do this for 10 minutes, and it's gonna be such a bore. But hopefully not. See how it goes. It doesn't really matter, but I really like getting last pick. I don't know if it's the last pick. I guess it is the last pick. No, it's not. Second to last pick. Either way, I hate first pick. It doesn't really matter because I always pick Swain, but it just gives them the chance to counter pick. For bans, I almost 100% ban Morgana, unless somebody on my team is going to be Morgana. Morgana has a pretty high ban rate, I think, but I heard Black Shield is really annoying because it blocks, like I was saying earlier, it blocks the root. So it's really annoying to play with, along with her 5-year stun. Please. Oh, God. Knew that was going to happen. Oh, I forgot to mention just a little trick for all the support players out there. You may have already figured it out. I just recently figured it out. Well, I don't know, a few weeks ago. And if you select mid as your second choice, I have only been support. I would run support ADC for a while. I tried running support jungle for a while. Not enough people play jungle. Jungle players don't want to play jungle. It's not so bad, but I kind of understand why. But either way, support mid. I have only been support. I have not got picked for mid once. I don't know how many games it's been, but probably 50 something maybe. At least 30 or 40, I would think. Again, just my preference on the ruins. You can use whatever you want to use, but this is what I like. And it looks like we're going up against Blitzcrank if this holds together. Alright. So I played Blitzcrank a bit for a while. He was, I originally started playing Lulu and then started branching out from there. I mainly play support, but we'll have to be a little careful with Blitzcrank. He can be annoying to deal with, but I kind of understand, he can only do his, I know his grab has a pretty long cooldown, and it costs a lot of mana, so I think he'd only be able to do it like 4 times, I think, early on. Like you can't spam it, that's for sure. Which is another reason why I like Swain. You can spam its grab and not have any mana issues. We might be a little overpowered, but we'll see how this goes. I don't know. It's always hard to tell. Lux is probably the only other support I've played. And of course you play her mid too, but I've played her mid a couple of times. But as a support, she's the only one that is close to like bullying as as Swain is, as far as I've played. Because she can take over a game too. She's got that potential. I like the distance on her ultimate, and yeah, her root has a pretty good distance, and her E has a good distance. Like I like the range, the poke power, and the dominating ability. So maybe I'll end up making some Lux stuff. I've got like almost 100,000 points on Swain. I need to master something else too. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
To end the world with fire, to rule with flame.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
All right.
Until minions spawn.
We're just gonna chill here for a little bit, see what happens. Oh,
Battle ambulance will hide
no.
the blood.
He's probably not gonna engage. I don't know if he's going blue or red yet. I guess he's going blue.
Minions have spawned.
I was born at the
I like to try to pop this ward over here at like
so
a minute 40-ish, because that's about when they come back from doing their leash. So one of the keys against Blitzcrank, of course, is trying to keep some minions in front of you and him. Yeah.
I cannot lead if I allow fools to stumble upon me. What is one more demon? I already have some.
First, an enemy has been slain.
Yeah, that's what's up.
They expect me. We aren't even playing.
So I got 48 seconds. Let's see if we can get Caitlyn again.
An ally has been slain.
I suppose I should be grateful I have the distance.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Still got one more biscuit coming. Give me that biscuit.
Try to die with dignity. And to think, they called me a cripple.
This is ambush territory.
Yeah.
If you insist on dying,
It was not cool.
And those who can't teach,
Not cool.
An enemy has been slain.
You lack discipline.
Why aren't you moving, Swain? Come on, old man Swain, you can do it.
When their lives flash before their eyes, so do they.
Enemy killing spree.
You dare oppose nonsense.
Damn,
Killing spree.
probably had both of them. Might still can. Nice. Hell yeah.
They are 5 steps from realizing I have 10 steps ahead.
Enemy rampage.
I'll wait for boots. Alright, we'll get boots. Should have got a control ward, but or sweeper. I forget. I'm too excited now. Now if I could just get like 4 or 5 kills, we'll have this masterclass on.
An ally has been slain.
Incompetence.
Ally has been slain.
Ah, that sucks.
This is
Yeah.
victory.
Alright, get back.
Is it not enough for nonsense to be strong?
I guess we go help him with Dragon real quick. Shit. Shit. No! Why did I do it? I should have just backed.
Double kill.
Should have just let him.
Enemy triple kill.
Should have just let him die. That's bullshit. Why? Why? That's why you need vision. We did not have vision. And they just got the dragon. Man. It'd be like that sometimes.
An enemy
They already got
is
2 dragons.
unstoppable.
That's not good.
We are at war. Do not.
Turret Satan will fall soon.
Some vision going up here if I can without dying. He's about to die.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Oh shit.
Unstoppable. An enemy is dominating. Shut down.
I could kill them all, but it will be far crueler to kill them. I am right.
Slain an enemy. Double kill.
Yeah. That's what's up. Swain masterclass coming on. Let's go.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I might have just stole those kills, but hey, man. Gotta get it if you can get it. We got 4 kills. What do we got? Caitlyn and Blitz.
An ally has been slain. Enemy double kill.
What are you doing?
I peer through the darkness others fear.
Damn, all 4 of them down here. Holy shit.
Your turret has been destroyed.
One who needs a shield.
I'm about to get a fucking quadra kill. Let's go.
Triple kill.
Hell yeah. He got a triple kill. That's cool. I'm cool with that.
Decisions have consequences.
Let's go mid. Let's still push mid. Damn it.
Celestial burst.
Stays the hand of the merciful, but not mine.
Yeah, it's such annoying.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
That was a bad engage on my
Double
part.
kill.
Need my damn stopwatch. Yeah, that is one thing that sucks about using it early. You don't have it for a while. Always kind of second guessing, like, should I use it? Should I not use it? Just not worth it sometimes. Damn. Damn.
Shut down.
Would they even struggle to survive? They knew war was to come.
Mid-range red. Ooh, 3 stacks. Get him! Kill him! Nice. See, even if, I mean, like, I made the sacrifice there, but they got the triple kill, so it's all gravy. It was worth. What the fuck? What is this Lux doing? Damn.
I have killed more men with words than by my own hand. Not for that.
Alright, let's go. I need my stop. I should go back and get my stopwatch after this. Nice. No, just stepped in the trap. Alright, let's go get a stopwatch. Or Zonias.
A voice whispers in the shadows.
Yeah, what's up with that? Everyone's so fed. Except for these two. And those two. Exactly. Seems that way, doesn't it? Nice. Get her! Ha 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 ha. What are you doing over here, dude? Damn! Get him! Shit! Damn! Damn ye! Damn ye! Fucking Yee Norris over here. Wooju Norris. Yeah, kill him. Look at that bounty.
Know when to die.
Get that juicy Wuju bounty.
The more they try to kill you, the more they reveal I am on the right path.
Double kill. Double kill.
Let's see. It's up there. We need to push this.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Damn, this is a clusterfuck. Damn.
Double kill. Enemy triple kill.
Jesus.
Killing spree. Killing spree.
That was like a big clusterfuck.
Ace.
East. Go Zen. Zen Zhao. You can do it. At least he's fed. He's what, top. At least he's as fed as Yi. That helps.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
A calculated risk is no risk at all.
You can push in top too, probably. Or push it out.
Has been slain.
The Noxian knows these. I want to
Damn.
never make a bargain that you intend to keep.
Yeah. Guess we are fighting.
It's not the
Your turret has been destroyed.
we must fight.
That's what's up. Got him. Need to kill Yi. That's what we need to do.
An enemy has been slain. Shut down.
It was a bad idea. Look at that. Where was my team? Nowhere. I mean, yeah, I can't really buy anything extravagant.
Shut down.
So, if they get back and fucking defend, that's what they better do.
Killing spree. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Jeez.
Enemy double kill. Aced.
Oh, they're aced. Well, not for long. See if we can finish pushing this in before Zen dies. Oh, he's dead.
Unstoppable.
Oh shit, he's not dead.
Double kill.
Wow.
Aced.
Zen Shao for the carry. Look at that, 22, 4, and 9. That's what I should have been for my masterclass, but it's alright. You can't win them all.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Shut down.
What is one more?
You ain't worried about misfortune. Give me that 90 gold.
We aren't even playing.
Try to get Baron.
I suppose I should.
And they're kind of defending their base, so might as well. Set up some vision.
An
Alliance
enemy
planned
has been
for their
slain.
lives. So did their secrets.
I totally stole that. That's the power of W, though. You know, what are you gonna do? Why are we not? Why are we not killing fucking? But did he steal it? Oh, we got it. Nice.
An enemy has been slain.
Alright. This game's over. Let's go.
They are 5 steps from realizing. I am 10 steps.
Aw, no. What the fuck is she? What? Okay, ye too. Alright. They surrendered.
Victory!
So yeah. Swain, baby. Swain. Who is that? Zen, yeah, he carried. We'll give him that honors. S minus, that's not bad. S minus, I could have used some less deaths. That's not bad though. Come back, king. I died with a bunch of gold because I didn't have anything to spend it on. I think 28,000 damage. That's not a lot. It's not as much as I would have thought. Because I've had some games with quite a bit more, but 22 assists, 9 kills. That's not bad. That's not too shabby. So, if you stuck around this long, thanks for watching. Let me know if you got any questions or suggestions or anything like that. Later.